Hey y'all, it's Liz and I'm back in with another video. Thank you so much for clicking and watching. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys my drugstore foundation routine. Yes, all the products I'm going to be showing you today can be found in either your local drugstore, Ulta, or beauty supply, but regardless, all of them are gonna be budget friendly, y'all. So I'm just so excited to be showing you guys some of these gems that I've found, that I've fallen in love with, and I really hope that y'all go out and get these products that I'm gonna be showing y'all today because they're really bomb. They're really good. Also in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys my everyday glam. You know, I want to look like I tried kind of look. Yes. Before we get into this video, I'm going to ask you to subscribe if you have not already, just so that you're in the loop when I upload more content. Let's go ahead and jump into the rest of this video. We're just going to pull back the hair. So as y'all see, I have like nothing on my face. Like we are bare. When I told y'all this is going to be a complete routine, I was not lying. So we're just gonna start off with our brows. I've just been doing something like very different with my brows recently. I've been using powder and I really like it. I have not been using like a conventional like brow powder. I've actually just been using like the brown in the Jaclyn Hill palette, but y'all, it's nice. Like I think I want to get into just using brow powders, but I haven't found a brow powder that I really like. So today we're just gonna use our trusty brow pencil because, you know, even though I've been loving brow powders, you really just can't go wrong with a good pencil. And y'all already know this is the Jordana Best Liner. I for a second thought they stopped selling Jordana at Walgreens. Y'all, I nearly passed out, but they just moved the location. So yeah, I don't know what I would do if they stopped selling Jordana, because my brow pencil, my lip liner, I've been using the same lip liner, the same brand and color of lip liner for years, like years. So I don't know what I would do if they stopped selling Jordana. Like I don't know what I would do. There is a new concealer that I really like from the drugstore, but as for my brows, I just think that Fawn just really does it right. This is LA Girl Pro Concealer in Fawn is what I'm using to carve out these brows right now. So we're just gonna go straight into the eyes, and like I said, this is gonna be my everyday glam, you know, go to beat drugstore edition look. Okay, we're just gonna do a nice slight eye, you know, just something slight on the eye, something slight. I'm just gonna whip out an oldie but a goodie. As you can see, this has left us a little too soon, but we're just gonna take the Sculpt shade, and this is going to be, if you don't know, the contour palette from Black Radiance. It's just been a contour palette that has been my ride or die for a very long time. And I like taking the middle shade just as something to just pop into the crease and just add some definition. So now that we've just built that color up into the crease, built it up to your satisfaction, we're going to take another color, and we're actually just going to be taking this powder foundation from Black Radiance as well, and just a blending brush. We're just going to take that into that powder, and we're just going to be placing that into the crease to deepen it up. So we're just going to go into the next step, and we're just going to go straight into liner. Today I'm just going to be using my e.l.f. liquid liner, just very loyal, inexpensive liquid liner. And we're just going to be just creating a line with no particular kind of organization to this. We're just creating a line, y'all, because we are about to smudge this out. You kind of want to just put a little bit because can get messy really fast, okay? With an angled brush, I'm just going to smudge this out, being very careful. I just really want this to be smoky and nice, and that's why I was saying to just start with a little bit. So right now I'm just grabbing and lifting, kind of like just pulling the color upwards. I'm just gonna add a bit more. Okay, so y'all get the picture, right? So it's just like a smoked out wing. So that's just what we're doing. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and throw on some lashes. This is gonna be one of those cases where it's not necessarily from the drugstore, but it's drugstore price, okay? Miss 3D Volume Lash. Here they are. Look, I told y'all once, okay? If you didn't get them the first time, you're playing yourself. Like, you really are. $3.99, really inexpensive from the beauty supply. I'm about to do an extreme sport today and just apply these lashes with my fingers just because I don't have my tweezers and I'm too lazy to go get them. I love these lashes, y'all. Like, do you see? Like, they're just so pretty and flirty and just easy. All right, so now let's get into this foundation, y'all. We already know I'm going to be using the Maybelline 24-hour Superstay full coverage foundation. Like, I just love this foundation, you guys. Like, this foundation, it's a hot one. I've used it for a while, so this is not like a first impressions at all. This is definitely a foundation routine because I've incorporated it into my everyday routine. Like, it is a nice foundation. It does everything it claims to do. I don't know if it lasts 24 hours. I haven't worn it 24 hours, but it definitely does last a work day. So what makes me just so happy about this foundation, other than the wear power and all that, is also the color. Y'all know with the Fit Me, they have the 355 coconut, which is a lot of people's go-to shade, but for me that shade was just too neutral. I definitely really wanted something a little bit more warm, and although this is not the exact match, warm coconut 356 works a lot better. Like, I like the way it looks, if anything, on me better than just coconut, and I'm just really happy. So I'm just going to be just dabbing that all over my face with my Real Techniques beauty sponge. It claims to be matte, but I wouldn't even call it like a super matte foundation, which y'all already know, like, I don't like matte foundation, so I'm really happy about that. It's definitely a natural matte. So now that it's all blended out, I'm just gonna go straight into concealer. So this is another new product that has just stolen my heart. This is the Infallible Pro Glow Concealer by L'Oreal. I wear the shade 07. I think there's a darker shade than this too. Just regarding the consistency of it, it's a little bit more on the wet side. It's obviously it's called Pro Glow for a reason, so it's going to give you that glow and that healthy finish. So just regarding the price, actually, for the foundation, it was probably about like $8 to $10. I bought that at Ulta, so y'all already know how Ulta is. Like, the prices are kind of but I'm pretty sure maybe buying it from like Walmart, for example, it'd probably be cheaper. As for the concealer, I think that was about like $7, $8 maybe as well. Before I set anything, I'm just going to go straight into contouring. This has not changed. I'm just going to be using my Black Radiance contour stick in the shade 8003 to add some shape to the face. Okay, so to set our face, we're going to be using something relatively new. This is the Black Radiance True Complexion Loose Setting Powder. Y'all, this is a yellow powder, guys. Like, this is a yellow powder, and I was shook when I saw it, to say the least. I was like, whoa, like, yellow powder at the drugstore, I've never seen it. So I definitely had to get it. It was super inexpensive, just like most of Black Radiance line. When I first used it, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really care for it. I didn't really like it. I guess maybe it was just the way that I applied it or the foundation that I wore it with. But you know, I just decided to give it another chance just because I felt like it had more potential. I just wanted to give it another chance. I mean, I can't just use it once and not like it. Like, let me just try it again, you know, and just see if maybe I can apply it a different way so that it'll work out better. And I actually really, really like it. Only thing I can say is careful not to apply too much of this powder. So if you are fond of baking, like, you know, extreme baking underneath the eyes, everywhere on the face, I would say this is a no-go. If you're the type that just wants to apply some powder, just set what you put down and just, you know, forget about it, this is going to be up your alley. Because if you apply too much of this, you will get flashback. I'm just gonna tell you like it is. You will get flashback, like, no lie. Now, airspun, for example, no matter how much you apply, you're not gonna get any flashback. So I wouldn't say that this is coming from my airspun per se, but it's a good powder. If you're looking for a yellow powder that's probably less expensive than the Sacha Buttercup, then this is a good alternative. Again, just be careful not to apply too much. We don't want to look like, you know, Casper the Friendly Ghost right here. That's not the look that we're going for, okay? And the key is to really like melt this powder in with your beauty sponge. Really melt it in so that it all blends together. but I think it sets everything beautifully. Like, I think it just gives you that nice color because it is a colored powder, and it sets everything, makes you look very airbrushed. Like, if you want to look matte, this will give you matte. Like, you're gonna be matte. Trust me, you're gonna be matte. So we have not forgotten about that contour that we just laid down. We are going to go back to the same powder that we used in our eyes. This is the Black Radiance pressed powder in the shade 8623 Black Coffee. I find this color to not only be dark enough, but also warm enough, and I really like it. I'm just gonna be taking a big fluffy brush. And like I said in my previous video, you really want to take a little bit because this is incredibly pigmented, because it is a foundation. It's supposed to be used as a foundation. So definitely be light-handed, otherwise you will be looking pretty muddy pretty quickly. I'm also kind of contouring a bit with this just by using the smaller edge of this brush and just really focusing this into the hollows of my cheeks. So we're just going to go back to the lower lash line. I'm just going to go ahead and hit my lashes with the Voluminous Original from L'Oreal. So here comes the fun part. Actually, I have two highlighters to show y'all from the drugstore. These are the Master Chrome highlighters by Maybelline. Y'all, these highlighters are something else. Like, I love them. So today I'm actually going to be using the Molten Rose Gold in combination with my Wet n Wild highlighting powder, Mega Glow highlighting powder. This is in the shade Crown of My Canopy. I use this highlighter all the time. I would describe this as a darker rose gold, and obviously this one as a lighter rose gold. So together they are just a match made in heaven. I'm just going to just dust that onto the apples of my cheeks. I really like to focus my highlighter on the apples just so that when I smile, you know, they'll be highlighted, they'll be glowing. I think highlighting the apples of your cheek does wonders for a round face. If you have a round face like mine and your cheekbones aren't necessarily super defined, I would say highlight your apples so that when you smile, you know, you look like, you know, you're really glowing from within. It's not every day doing the exact same thing as everybody. Sometimes it's good to change the technique so that it fits your face. So as a round faced gal, highlighting the apples of my cheeks really gives me the look that I want. I'm going to be blending this a little bit with my beauty sponge as well. When you're highlighting, your beauty sponge should be in your right hand, man, because that can really just make your highlight just really look like is coming from within you and not just sitting on your face, you know what I mean? And you can also just toss this up to your forehead. So we're just gonna go ahead and top that off with the Molten Rose Gold from Maybelline, and I'm just gonna be taking that same brush and just putting it on top just to really bring that highlight to a whole nother level. This combination with this lighting, it's really nice. Okay, so as for blush, I'm going to be using my Mellow Wine blush from Wet n Wild. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. So we are finally down to the lips. I'm actually going to be applying Coco Loco by Jordana. Y'all already know, And that's actually really the only product we're going to be applying to our lips. We're just going to fill in our lips with this completely. All right, so before I even say I'm finished, okay, now you can really say you're done. All right, y'all, so that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Just in case if you didn't hear it the first time, you really do need this foundation in your life. This Maybelline 24-Hour Foundation is fabulous, and this concealer is definitely not too shabby. I love it, and I've definitely incorporated it into my foundation routine. I really, really like it. Please do not forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.